Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. Lifewave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. Lifewave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative powers and provide specific health benefits, all without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals, all helping you to stay healthy and young. To find out more, contact your distributor or visit Lifewave.
Only one thing ever mattered: helping people. I witnessed how, under the forces exerted by modern civilization, the health and mental well-being of those close to me were wasting away. This compelled me to study widely, from Feng Shui to Vastu to quantum physics. I discovered that gemstones and metals in certain constellations emit waves that create the space for regenerating body and spirit. This is how SOMAVEDIC came into being. Just as minerals can be used to generate electricity or to use magnetism, precious stones have qualities that make them prized treasures throughout human history. Following years of development, we today have tens of thousands of satisfied customers who enjoy lower stress levels and sleep more soundly, and whose lives have changed for the better. I know it sounds unbelievable, but that's how the invention of the light bulb must have sounded in its day. Nikola Tesla was right when he said the day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in one decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. That's exactly what I did. And if it will help a single person, it was all worth it. If you want to wake up full of energy and looking forward to tackling a new day, SOMAVEDIC is here to help you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, everybody. So today is the 11th of July, and this is Watch New York City. And I've titled it The Matrix is Collapsing, because indeed, this is what I'm seeing happening here in New York City. And certainly there's a lot of interesting billboards. Kalispera. Hello to everybody. And there's certainly some interesting billboards. Well, hello. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. God bless you. So very interesting time. So what I wanted to say, first of all, is I will be taking a break from the show. Hello. Hi, Joan. Hi, everybody. Hello. So I'll be taking a bit of a Hi, Joe. I'll be taking a bit of a break next week from doing Watch New York City, and quite possibly the week after that. I'm working on some interesting projects that is going to benefit you, and it does involve taxation and basically getting your sovereignty back. So watch this space. So I need a bit of time to focus on this, to get procedures, to get brief videos and things like that ready for everybody. So please bear with me, because this is really, technical stuff that I have to go through. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to let everybody know is today I celebrate 8 years here in this amazing city called New York City. I'm so excited. So I celebrated today and went to Bryant Park, where one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Nikola Tesla, used to go and feed the pigeons. And I sat there at the same place that he sat. I sat and had some nice lunch. So I could just feel his beautiful energy. So I've had a beautiful day. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is for anybody that watched the video that I did with Sarge, please have a look at that. It's on my Rumble channel. Excuse me, because a lot of the things that I'll be mentioning today, there's details in that video. So I'm not going to go through the intel that we discussed in terms of military activity and so on. It's in there, so please have a look at that. The other thing, and another thing, I'm getting a lot of emails from people saying, Maria, what was that device that you said in terms of energizing your water? Now, the device is in the description below. It's called SOMAVEDIC, and it's also been recommended by my Palladian friends, Pierre and Cullen, and you can have a look at their videos and hear all of that in there. So that's what that is. And please, it's in the links below. The other thing I wanted to say, 15th of July, only 4 days to go. The 25% off filters, shower heads, and of course, anything to do with filters, filtration, water filtration systems, and so on. There's only 4 more days. Follow the link in the description. And if you follow that link, it will automatically give you 25% off your purchase. So have a look at that. So the other thing I wanted to say is please like, subscribe, and share this video. It would really be appreciated, because that's how we get the word out. So the first thing I wanted to start with, oh my goodness me, I don't know if people watched President Trump's speech at Anchorage, Alaska, but boy, was there some bombs in there. And I'm going to give a little bit of a brief on some of the things that I noticed. And then hello. And then I'm going to launch into, oh my goodness me, so much happening in New York. I can't keep up. Okay, so guys, very exciting. I prepared this piece of paper. Okay, so what this piece, oh my goodness me, can you even see it? There we go. So as you can see, President Trump came on at 8:34, and it was Alaska, 4:34 p.m. So we have a 6 and an 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. We have a Q. Now, not only that, someone in my Telegram channel, and I'm so sorry if I forgot your name, very correctly pointed out, he then started speaking at 8:36 p.m. 8 plus 3 plus 6 is 17. Another Q. Guys, you can't make this up. He started with Qs, lots of Qs. So Q in control. So I was very excited about that. And then I don't know if people notice, when he ended, he did the Q, an air Q. So guys, fantastic. He's giving us validation. Everything is under control. Now, I wanted to cover some interesting facts about Anchorage, Alaska that I researched. Why? Because President Trump mentioned some things in his speech that will make sense. The first thing is Anchorage, Alaska sits on a triangle peninsula. Again, triangle peninsula. Keep that in mind. Surrounded by Cook Inlet. And remember, as the drop said, watch the water. So triangle. Very interesting. Lake Hood is the busiest seaplane base in the world. Very interesting. I wonder what they were transporting. Just putting it out there. The major industries are government, military, petroleum, and tourism. Over 95% of the freight is received here in Anchorage, Alaska. And we know what they were freighting, guys, our children. I'm not even going to go there. So basically, this is a major stop for the transportation and receiving of freight. So keep that in mind. And it's the most tax-friendly state because it has no sales tax and no state income tax. So just keep those in mind. The triangle, the freight, these are very important points to know about this area because President Trump then said some things which were very interesting. So the next thing I wanted to start with is what are some of the major things? So I'm not going to talk about stuff I've already spoken about that he mentioned again. Please go back and have a look at my previous President Trump rally decodes, and you'll find them there. So first of all, he was very funny. He did use the F word and the BS bullshit. I thought that was great. Now, very interesting. You've got to pay attention to his words and how he says them. So when he was talking about Roe and Wade, he briefly paused and then he said, "We got it done." So, guys, this is a white hat operation. They are in control of the Supreme Court. He let us know. So, we can all just, rest assured that everything's in control. Now, very interesting. He said 12 years and we have 7 years left. 7 years left until what? Because that takes us to 2029. Now, he was quite serious when he was saying this. Is he saying that that's when the actual ascension is going to happen? Because he really stressed on the 7 years. So I don't know what you guys think. Please feel free to put your comments as I'm speaking in the chat, and I'll bring them up. So I don't know what's happening in 7 years, but he really stressed that point. Now, another thing, there was a lot of nines appearing. Example, the cost to family in terms of inflation, 6,759. So it's costing every family 6,759 extra. When you add those numbers, they come to a 9. It's the Afghanistan stuff lasted 18 months, another 9. Oh my goodness me, there were so many 9s coming up. And as we know, 9 is a God number. 9 is also the number of harmony. So he's telling us God is in control. Now, he also spoke about the thousands of barrels that went to China by Biden. Please have a look at the Sarge video that I did with Sarge last week. It's on my Rumble channel. We went into that and a lot of other things. It's a God number. I'm not sure about completion. It may also mean completion, but that's so it could be. I'm not quite sure. So thank you for that. Okay, now, very interesting point he made, guys, and I don't know if people caught on to it. He commented that the police that is in Alaska that he met behind the scenes look like movie stars. They look like Tom Cruise, only better. He's trying to tell us that all the police are fake and they have no power. Guys, if you look at the laws, the real laws, common law, natural law, and then look at the cabal law that all the so-called bar association people practice, the only person that has authority as per the Constitution and so on is a sheriff. I urge you to look at all this and do your own research. And then he said law and order. So guys, police really don't have any sort of authority over us. They're all cabal. They're under the cabal legal system. Sheriffs are the ones. And this is why I feel he keeps stressing. Yeah, good point. And this is why he keeps stressing the police that they look like movie stars because they're fake. All the movie stars are fake. He's telling us, guys. He's telling us. So please do your due diligence and look up the difference between a sheriff and the difference between a police officer. Now, another thing that really appeared, that really stuck throughout the President Trump rally speech was the number 3. 3 minutes to think of 3 presidents, okay? Then he kept saying 3 years to do this in relation to ISIS, 21 years in Iraq, that's a 3. Murkowski, 21 years, that's another 3. Third place voting, another 3. 3-month elections, another 3. Oh my goodness me, Kelly was first place, but the third place gets in. So there was 3 3 3s everywhere. Again, as we know, 3 is the number of creativity, amongst many other things, but also we have spoken about 3 months is October. So we've already spoken energetically what the Palladians have said in relation to October, but I feel something big is going to happen in October. This is the most 3s that I have seen in any presentation that President Trump has done. He kept stressing it and stressing it in numbers and different number combinations. Now, another very important thing that I saw him stress again, and I wanted to flag it because a particular name came up. He said, we have great generals, but not the ones on TV. He's asking us to be careful. Which generals do we trust? I'm posing a question and I'm not going to answer it. Could General Flynn be a TV? One of those TV generals? We don't know. Or has he been planted there to merely expose all the shills and controlled opposition? Because at the moment he's traveling on this talk show with a lot of the controlled opposition and shills. So very interesting. He keeps stressing that. So I just wanted to put that out there. And then he did also name a particular general, Raisin Cain, who helped President Trump knock out ISIS. So he was drawing a lot of attention to him. Now, guys, you probably have noticed in my Telegram channel, I post a lot of this general's posts in my channel. And a lot of them are a lot of red pilling. So pay attention to those posts that I put in the Telegram channel. Some of the stuff that he posts is not favorable. He's exposing the shills. So please don't attack me and take it personally with me. I'm merely the messenger. Okay, so the other thing is he spoke about triangles. Remember what I said at the beginning about Anchorage, where it sits? And he did the triangle symbol very quickly. I don't know if you guys picked that up. And he did that when he was speaking in relation to pilots on Air Force One, which is his plane. And he was saying how great they are and they're the best pilots. And of course, as I said before, Anchorage, Alaska sits on a triangle peninsula surrounded by Cook Inlet. So very interesting. So really he's tagging with us that a lot of sex trafficking and child trafficking has been happening in this area. Anyway, I'm just saying what I think, and because I thought it's very interesting that he did the pyramid and so on. So yes, aloha to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so very interesting. Now he said another very interesting point. I don't know if people caught this. He said, "Other people sleep. I do not sleep." Now, this is very interesting because the first thing that came to my mind, he is vibrating on a very high vibrational frequency, President Trump. He is not a normal person and of a 3D dimension, let me tell you. Because our galactic brothers and sisters, the higher the dimension they are, the very little sleep they need. So I thought that was very interesting that he made that point. Now, in relation to the Bush family, I thought this was really interesting. He told us what's happened to them. He said they have been lost for a long time. They have been lost for a long time. Oh my God. He's telling us they're gone. They're not here. Okay, so we got that message as well. Couple more points. He made it very clear we won all 50 states plus the islands. So he's telling us that he won every single state, including New York City, New Jersey, California, and the ones we may have thought that he didn't win. Again, watch the show that I did with Sarge on my Rumble channel. We go into all of this at the beginning of the show. Now, another thing that he mentioned, and I'm going to end on this note because it also ties back to my footage here in New York City today. So nothing is a coincidence. He specifically mentioned Native Americans murdered. Massive issue. So again, he said the Native Americans were murdered, and this is a massive issue, and left it at that. So you will see some footage that I have today of the Native American Indians and what's happening here at Times Square in relation to that. And they are showcasing every day indigenous cultures. Now, this is not an accident, guys. There's a lot of things that were in this speech that are now happening at Times Square. So it is all just, oh my goodness me. This is why they said, watch New York City, watch California, and at the same time, watch what President Trump says. And again, I said it before, he ended on an air cue. So cue in control. So lots of cues at the beginning, lots of cues at the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully everybody is able to see my screen. Hopefully. So what I'm going to do is start playing the footage to get to the actual first particular slides. Again, what city was Epstein arrested in? New York City. Watch New York City. Watch California. So we're starting with on the street and decodes. Okay, now the first lot of footage that I want to show everybody, last Wednesday and Thursday, I had a lot of military activity outside my window at the Hudson River. Now, I always go to my app to check what kind of planes and whatever they are. And guess what? They went dark, so I couldn't see what they were. Interesting. So there is some undercover military activity happening here, and I'll just play the rest of the couple of footage. And that's a separate one. Wow, another one. So there's lots of these flying past my window, especially, as I said, last Wednesday and Thursday. Now, this one here is another movie. I know we've seen it previously, but I didn't discuss it. It's the Interceptor. So they're really showcasing this on the big screen in Times Square and on 42nd Street. And as far as I'm concerned, they're telling us what's going on at the moment. And Netflix seems to be targeting and putting particular films on to red pill and wake people up. So this one here, I'm just reading from, the actual Interceptor website. It says the last officer standing on a remote missile defense base wages the battle of her life against terrorists aiming 16 stolen nuclear weapons at the USA. Now, guys, please bear in mind the word nuclear weapons, because something significant happened today in New York City that I will report in the news section about, warning us about a nuclear attack. So, and many weeks ago, if you remember, they had stats about nuclear attacks. Now, I don't want to create any fear, because I believe our Palladian brothers and sisters and white hats are in control. But here we have a video showcasing a film. Sorry, here we have a billboard showcasing a film on Times Square about
the Interceptor. So this is a new one. So I'll look that up to see what that means, everybody.
I mean, look at this ridiculousness, guys. Psychosexual. What the hell is this? I mean, sexual perversion, psycho. I mean, these people are I don't even know what to say.
Psychosexual. They've completely lost the plot. So perverted.
Okay, I'm going to go to the. Please feel free to put your comments in the chat. After this particular one, I'll go in there and see if there's anything, and I'll bring that up. So because I do value your views. Now, this is a very interesting billboard that is appearing. I'll go a little bit forward so we can view more of a close-up. So this says, Sir Paul to Starbucks, end the plant milk surcharge, join the campaign. So very interesting. I'm noticing a lot of billboards, and there's another one coming up later on, where people have had enough of surcharges, charges, this, that, and they're just now becoming very active and putting billboards and so on. This one's from Peter. I'm not a big fan of Peter for many reasons, which I've gone on in the past, but nevertheless, I thought it was an interesting vocal statement that they're making. So let me just go to the screen. It certainly is a sunshine day, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm just going back to this. So the next thing I wanted to show people, this is a new billboard that is appearing on top of Times Square. Okay, so I'm going to play it, and then I have some interesting explanations, which at that time you'll probably see I didn't have very much to say because I wanted to research this, but I have got a lot to say after this video.
Hi everybody, at Times Square Station we have some of the old advertising happening, but we also have this new advertising of this movie, so I'm going to have to do some research. Okay, interesting. Starts July 29. We have an 11.
Okay, let me pause there. All right, so what I wanted to say on that footage, guys, I don't know if you noticed, the movie is called DC League of Super Pets. Guys, DC, Washington, DC, they're telling us. And listen to the one paragraph explanation of what this movie is all about. When the Justice League, who does that sound, is captured by Lulu and Lex Luthor. So it's almost like a Superman movie. Superman's Labrador Crypto forms a team of shelter pets who were given superpowers to save his owner and Superman's friends, a boxer named Ace, who becomes super strong and indestructible, a pig named PB, who can grow to giant size, a turtle named Merton, who becomes super fast, and a squirrel named Chip, who gains electric powers. Guys, who does this sound like? I can see our galactic brothers and sisters here. They're telling us that we have electric powers. Oh my goodness me, they're telling us the whole justice that's going on at the moment, the whole corruption with DC, and that really these heroes, which include us within this, we are defeating it. I don't know what you guys think. Please feel free to put your comments, but they're telling us what is going on. This is incredible stuff. Now, oh my God, now you can't make this stuff up. I received this particular thing inviting me to attend the Alice in Wonderland experience, and look at this, drink me. A brilliant day out with family and friends time out. Are you kidding me? We all know what Alice in Wonderland means. Drink me and adrenochrome. These people are sick. I mean, I don't even know if the people that are attending this have any idea what's going on. But anyway, I just thought it was very, very interesting. Of course, I'm not going to attend, but I have no words. And look at this. Alice is trapped in Wonderland, and time is running out to save her. Follow Alice down the rabbit hole and enter a topsy-turvy world of adventure, intrigue, and impossible things at the immersive Alice in Wonderland event. For one day only, the streets of Tribeca, New York City, will be transforming into a giant escape room style experience on Saturday, 17, 2022. Don't be late. Save clues, which just get curiouser and curiouser. Take on mad and mischievous challenges and uncover a dark conspiracy at the heart of Wonderland. Hit the select. Oh my God! So are they gonna tell people what's really been going on with Alice in Wonderland and our children and adrenochrome? I don't know, guys, but you can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this stuff up, is all I have to say. Okay, I can't see any new comments, so I'm going to continue. Now, the next one is a trend that I'm noticing here in New York City, so I'll let you listen to this. Oh, sorry, yep, so here we go, just another one on that. Kids play for free.
I just wanted to show you this. This is on 42nd Street next to Applebee's. It used to be a Hilton hotel, and it's closed down and boarded up. So, as you can see, and it's next to the Money Exchange, which was also closed down. And it's a bit like that Marriott hotel that I was telling everybody about. You can't even get in. So very interesting. I'm seeing this with a lot of hotels, and I don't know, something's saying to me child trafficking. happened in there, and that's why they've closed it down. So they've still got like the cameras operational, which is interesting. So I'm noticing a lot of hotels like that. So I just wanted to flag that with you. We don't know, but anyway, very interesting nevertheless, because it's on the main strip here on 42nd Street.
Yeah, so lots of hotels closing down. And many months ago, I mentioned that the hotel, a Marriott at Bryant Park, also closed down, where I used to do cooking classes out of. And I have not been able to go in there to get my stuff. So closed down. So very interesting times. And here we're going to see some interesting things that are happening here in terms of real estate. Of course, there's so much commercial places for lease.
So there's a lot of retail space that's available. But what I wanted to flag is all uses considered. Now, very interesting, when I was a real estate agent, some of these places were very limited in terms of what you could do with them. You know, they needed, certain, licenses and so on in terms of the use. And now what I'm noticing, because there's so much available, and this is at Chelsea on 6th Avenue between 25th and 24th. So what I'm noticing now is they're getting a little bit loose with the in terms of what you can use it for. So very interesting. So it looks like the regulations and requirements are loosening. And I just want to flag, oh my God, opposite cabal, Freemasonry, Satanic, Masonic. So that's where that is. All right.
Okay, another trend, as I said before, a lot of people here in New York City, especially, this is to do with restaurants, they've had enough with the hidden fees for delivering of food to people. So ditch hidden fees for good. And then if you follow that website, it takes you to another website that says zero commission online ordering to protect your margins. So they're fighting back. And they're saying, don't go to those particular food delivery apps. Go to this website and we will deliver for, without any fees and charges. They've just had enough. This is good. This is good that they're all rebelling and fighting back. So let me just see, just in case there's anything else there. Okay. All right. So please feel free, if you've got any comments, please add those and I'll bring them up. So I thought this is very interesting times. They're fighting back. They've had enough. They've had enough, as we have all had enough. So the next thing here, please, this is amazing. So this is the white hat board, as I call it, which, keeps updating the what statistics it's there. But also, I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you view this. And then there's quite a bit of red pilling going on here and quite some biblical statements happening. So I will speak at the end after we view this. So let's see what we have this week, guys. Okay, interesting. So these are some of the accounts that they're featuring with their messages. So guys, I've taken some picture shots here. Look at this. And his kingdom comes, Babylon burns. We the people. This is really biblical, guys. Look at this. They're telling us. I'll move on to the next one. So we the people constitution. This one here. Look at this. President Trump with Jesus Christ. And look at the van. There's Q's. A flag, American flag with a Q, and another Q and little green flag up the top representing us. Look at those clouds. Oh my goodness me, quite biblical. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. I mean, of course they have the account that it's from up the top, QSTRADAMUS, but nevertheless, they're telling us messages here. I don't know what you think. Tell me what you think in the comments. But this one I love. America. The beautiful Babylon the falling. So they're telling us Babylon is falling. And look at this, we the people with with the gentleman that signed the Constitution, and of course, the line again, celebrations up above, and so on. Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. They're telling us what is going on. These are very biblical times. I get very excited every time I go to Times Square to see, what they're going to say. We are certainly living in biblical times. And I'm telling you, I now know why they said, the Q drop said, watch New York City. They are telling us what's going on. And these are the billboards that are giving us the information that we need to know of what's going on, so we do not panic. So, guys, I don't know about you. I was very excited to see this, and even more excited to see what next week has in store. So we're just moving on from this. And I have comments, more stupidity and evil on display. Here we go.
This ridiculous satanic stuff. I mean, seriously?
For our kids.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. So anyway, so basically, I can't even comment. It's so ridiculous. So this is what they're showing to our kids, the stupidity that you saw before. I'm going to leave it at that. Guys, look at this. So there's a lot of these up the nose testing centers, as you can see here. And look, they're using the word cube. We all know how satanic the cube is and what that all relates to. So it's interesting that they're using that word for these centers. So in a way, they're telling us it's all Satan worship and all satanic stuff, all these tests and what have you. And of course, as we know, it also has the what that goes up there. So just because you're not getting this, if you're getting this, you're still getting it, unfortunately. So I thought that was very interesting. And now we return to Times Square for more BS from the H&M store.
Look at this BS. Keep 6 feet apart happening at H&M. This is the board here at Times Square. Unbelievable.
So they're still pushing their agenda of masks and 6 feet apart. This is what I want to stress. It's everywhere. The messaging is everywhere. It's like this fear. Now, last week, please go and have a look at the last week Watch New York City. I spoke about this particular center, which is just for children, which has been heartbreaking, watching mothers, parents, whatever, nannies coming out with the children going in there. It's just really heartbreaking. Every time I go past, I just can't help it. I start crying. So I just wanted to let everybody know that there's demonstrations out here every day. This was early in the morning, but I just wanted to show you that there's still families coming in and out, and there's a police presence because there's been so many demonstrations.
So as you can see, this family just came out of there. They just gave the shot to their children. So as you can see, this is at Times Square. So this is, as I've reported last week, specifically for children. So it's early. It's about, I think, about 11:30. As you can see, they've barricaded it because there's been so many demonstrations happening here. And I'm sure there's going to be demonstrations later on. But this is absolutely disgusting. I'm glad that some of our brothers and sisters are so awake and they're actually, calling this out and demonstrating. So as we know, all these people that have participated, the offense is death to them all. All right, guys, this is really, really quite sad to see, and to see actually our cabal police officers participating in this atrocity. So this is where we're at here in New York City, unfortunately.
Yep, this is where we're at, guys. They yes. Isn't it great? Isn't it an amazing one? That's what I thought. Wow. Yeah, President Trump with Jesus Christ, and then the Q, 2 Qs on the car, 1 on the flag, and that. I'm noticing odd behavior in people. They are having a hard time. Yes. So am I. And they're also getting violent, is what I noticed, and they're attacking property like bank ATMs and smashing them. Because what they've taken makes them very disorientated and what have you. And we're going to notice a lot of that. I'm noticing every time I get on the phone to try and sort something out, the other person on the other side of the line is clueless. And I'm like, is this person working for the company? Do they actually understand what their job is? And then I have to sort of catch myself and be patient, because I have to say, oh my God, they've obviously had the you know what, and they're just really, really slow. So it's very, very sad. So I'll return back to the footage. So today, NYC vibes. What I have is we're going to go to the Flower District of Chelsea. Then we are going back to Times Square, because I want to show you something that's happening with the indigenous people, a display. And also what I mentioned before, they are showcasing different indigenous people and culture. So it's not an accident that President Trump mentioned about the Native American Indians and the horrible thing that's been happening to them in his speech. Everything is connected. And then, of course, we're going to see more footage at Times Square of some people preaching God, praise the Lord. And then there's an interesting flag that came up that I want us to discuss, that I noticed it as well today when I went to my P.O. box. They had the same flag, and I've never seen this black and white flag before. I'm not gonna say anything. I want you to view this footage, and then I want to see your comments in the chat, and I'll give you my comments on the flag.
Hi everybody, Maria Bernardis here. I'm at the Flower District. Look at all these beautiful colors. Oh my God, rosemary. Oh, it smells beautiful. So let's have a look at some of these beautiful flowers here. Olives in the Flower District in Chelsea. Oh, look at these. Look at these. They're gorgeous. Hello. Gorgeous. Look at that. So this is like an entire street, and also 6th Avenue that has all these beautiful flowers. So this is where we come and get our flowers and all our bits. Beautiful. Oh, look at the colors, everybody. Hello. Hola, hola. Oh, and look at this. Oh my God, orchids. I love orchids. Gorgeous. Oh my God. Oh dear, so gorgeous, everybody. Yeah, so just beautiful flowers. So this is where we come and get our flowers. So I'll just show you a little bit more here. Yeah, so in here, beautiful flowers as well. Oh, look at that. Look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh my God. Look at that. Very aloha mahalo. Very tropical. Very tropical. Beautiful. They're beautiful. What are they, man?
They're pink ferns.
What's that?
They're preserved ferns.
Oh my God, they're gorgeous. I've never seen anything like it. Preserved ferns.
Upstairs we have a whole store.
Okay, I'm coming back. I live here, which is good.
Lovely, okay.
Thank you. Okay, guys, preserved ferns. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, yes, gardenias. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm at Times Square, and I love this. They're showing the different tribes of the Native American Indians here, which is wonderful. And they're basically saying changing the way we see Native America. And indeed, we have neglected them and not respected them or appreciated them. And there's so much that we could be learning from them. So I'm very happy and excited to actually see this installation of our Native American, indigenous people here in Times Square. I think most people are walking past and not really paying attention. So this is actually quite beautiful, and I think quite interesting that they have this at Times Square just to showcase this beautiful culture of Indigenous people, and we have so much to learn. So they've got different free and open to the public photo exhibitions happening. So they outline them here. Yeah, so very interesting, guys. Very interesting. We are returning back to a lot of their teachings of the Native American Indians and the ancient Greeks and so on. So very timely to have that there, just to, get people to start opening their minds. Hi, everybody. I'm Times Square. It's business back to usual, as you can see here. So this is where people get discounted tickets. Look at the lines. Look at the people. Oh, my goodness me. It just unbelievable. So, oh, dear. So Broadway is back in business, essentially. So this is the TKTS, where people line up to get discounted tickets. So as you can see, oh my goodness me. Anyway, so I'm just going to go up the front so we can see what is going on up the front of the TKTS, the ticket. So these people are standing here just to see which shows they are going to see. Book of Mormon, The Minutes, Phantom of the Opera, Tina Turner. Oh my God, so many. So let's have a look here, guys. Look at this. Oh my God. Yeah, so this kind of goes around, as you can see, around to where we were before. So crazy. All right, guys, reporting for Watch New York City. Thank you for watching. I love this at Times Square. It's Saturday morning, and people are preaching the word of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. How beautiful is this, guys? I can't think of a more appropriate place to have to preach the word of God than Times Square, which represents Satan's Square. So I think I've come to the end of what must have been a show or happening a show. So it looks like an indigenous culture here of people showcasing their instruments and so on. Interesting. Lovely and colorful. Beautiful. Look at the costumes and everything. So gorgeous. Okay, happening here at Times Square. I don't know what it was, but looks like they just finished. How, Mia, you are not forgotten. Interesting flag flying below the American one here in Times Square.
So this is an interesting flag, and I don't know what people think, but I did do research to see what is it, because they're having it placed underneath the American flag, and it was also put up at my post office on 42nd Street, the P.O. box, when I went to do my P.O. box pickup today. And it says POW/MIA flag. So please put your comments in the chat if you know what this is. But this is what I looked up, what it says. It's the National League of Families POW MIA flag, often referred to as the MIA flag was adopted in 1972 and consists of the official emblem of the National League of Families of American Prisoners and Missing in Southeast Asia in white on a black background. In 2019, the National blah 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 Flag Act was signed into law requiring that the POW MIA flag to be flown on certain federal properties, including the U.S. Capitol building, on all days the U.S. flag is flown. I thought this is really interesting. I didn't even know that this flag even existed and that this had been signed. So I'm going to go to the comments. I want to see if anybody else, so you're saying Prisoners of War? Oh, I used to sing the. Oh, how beautiful they used to sing that song. Yeah. I know they're acting as if nothing has happened. Yes, we must return back to that and love our indigenous people. Yes, love the Gardenias. Common sense is a rarity, let me tell you. I'm in country. Yep. Oh my God, there's so many people that can't tell the truth. And can I tell you, be careful, because a lot of them are so-called patriots. So-called patriots that say they speak the truth and they're not. They're doing other things. But what they don't realize is God sees all. So they may be lying to you, but they cannot lie to God. It's been, yes. Rose, thank you so much for that. I only noticed this just being put up at my post office and now in Times Square. So I don't know what the significance of it. I just read out what it says, why it's popping up at the moment. Obviously, for you guys, for other people, I can see, such as Rose, that it's been there for a while. But I thought this is very interesting. So I'm just putting it out there. Now, this is very interesting. I was on the Upper West Side. Let me return to the footage, and I'll wait to the end who I happened to see there, pedo Democrat politician. And then I went back to give him a piece of my mind, and he had very quickly disappeared after speaking to a few people. And it's Jerry Nadler. Anyway.
I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to look it up.
The Democrats are out in full swing.
Hi, I'm still on Broadway at around, I think, 66th Street. And they've got some cute little farmers markets here as well. So they're they're small and cute, you know, unlike the ones that we see at Union Square. But nice in terms of having them close to the neighborhood. So just lots of beautiful seasonal produce happening here. Greens. Wow, heaven. So beautiful. And this is a certified organic one from Pennsylvania. So, yeah, so they have a lot of organic ones as well. Oh, okay. And we have someone, Jerry Nadler, telling us to vote for him. No, you're okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. You're so considerate. God bless you. Thank you so much. Please. Yeah. So, yes, so more produce and very interesting. Jerry Nadler there. Let's go back, see what he has to say, promoting himself. So he's making himself available to the locals here on the Upper West Side. Okay, so that's interesting. Oh, look at the little doggy. Okay, guys. So you saw it first on Watch New York City.
You know what's interesting, guys? I kind of recognized him and thought it was him. And then, I just kind of lost my balance. And after filming, I stopped the camera and I thought I'd go back to speak to him, but he was nowhere to be seen. And just to put things into perspective, he was in the Jewish neighborhood of the Upper West Side, where, of course, a lot of the pedos and whatever live. So I thought it was very interesting. Exactly. I wanted... Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know why the flag's been up there. So I need to look into it, Rosa, further. So if anybody has anything to add to, Absolutely. That's exactly what he is. And I couldn't believe the people were like saying how wonderful he is and whatever. And I'm like, am I hearing this? Are people that oblivious to how evil and corrupt this man is? So he was trying to recruit our people. But then when I went back, because I was going to ask him, so what do you think about all the sex trafficking that's going on with our children? And what are you doing about it? And he was nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be seen. He quickly disappeared. So there's a couple of just close-up shots here that I'm playing now. And then we're going to see a picture of I want to FJB. We all know what that means about Joe Biden. This is appearing everywhere. God, I love New York. So obviously they're waking up. So everywhere there's a block like this, they're putting those words up there. So obviously he doesn't have too many fans.
Guys, this is so funny. 42nd Street. I want to FUCK Joe Biden. I love it. I love it.
Anyway, we're going to have a sense of humor, guys. We're going to have a sense of humor. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the top 5 news items. So let me bring up the first one, but I'm actually going to have 6. Guys, you can't believe this. This is footage from Sergeant News Network. This is what is happening at night in New York City. People that have had this are losing it. And here's one example. I cut the footage short, the video, because it was too long, but you get the idea as to how crazy people and things are. Here's an example. And this was at the Bell Fries in New York I had to cut it short. It just got worse. I had to cut it short. This is what's happening in restaurants, on the street. There is a lot of angry people. There is a lot of people losing it. I have not seen it to this extent in the 8 years that I've been here. I have to be honest with you. Now, again, this is showing how upside down our law here in New York City is. Here is a gentleman defending himself in his bodega, and then he ends up in jail for defending himself, and the criminal goes out scot-free. So this is perfect title, Justice Gone Mad. They are protecting the criminals, and then really the people protecting themselves innocently, running their store, being thrown in jail. I just have no words. There's so much of this happening in New York City. None of it makes sense, and I'm not seeing people up in arms about it. They should be. Anyway, so here we have New York officials failed to remove hundreds of thousands of potentially ineligible voters. So this is really interesting. So we're now seeing the voter corruption hitting the press here as well. So very interesting. A lot of things about, the elections coming to the surface. I thought that was very interesting. Now, another trend that I'm noticing, which is the next news item that's going to come up, a lot of people on Wall Street are being charged. There is a lot of cases happening. So this one here is a trial with some JP Morgan Chase & Co. employees, which kicked off on Friday that just went past, with the prosecutor saying they ripped off the precious metals futures market with fake orders, and defense attorneys saying the orders were genuine. You can't make this up. And I've always said with the futures markets, it's all BS. It's all made up. It doesn't even exist. It was all, these people were making money on the futures market, which was basically fake contracts. I've always said this. It's fake. It was fake money. And all inflated. So very interesting. There's a lot of court cases going on, and down, all the bankers go down to Wall Street is all I have to say. They're all evil and corrupt as far as I'm concerned. So that's good to see. The next one is very interesting. Oh my God, here we go again, guys. They're saying they're going to return the NYC indoor masks. Unbelievable. And they're suggesting we wear the N95 mask indoors and around crowds outdoors. I think this is just an exercise to wake people up. I don't know what's going to happen, but indoors, are you kidding me? Anyway, I mean, they're already wearing them on Broadway shows. So there's a lot of places where you still have to wear them here. So, and you know what I wanted to mention? Oh my goodness me. Was it last week or the week before? I can't even remember now. Time flies. I went with a friend to the Met Museum and they wouldn't let us in unless we wore the mask. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to wear a mask. And I stood up to myself. Yes, I did cop a little bit of abuse. I don't care. God has told me to stand up, and stand up I will. I'm not wearing it. And then if it doesn't get worse, I wanted to get onto the bus to come back home. And guess what? The bus driver wouldn't let me on. And guess what? Towards the back, there was someone not wearing a mask. So there's all sorts of discrimination going on here and all sorts of things. So, MTA, expect a letter of discrimination from me because I'm not tolerating this bullshit. There is different rules for different people happening, and I am certainly not tolerating it. I don't know what's going on in your states, guys. Let me know in the comments. And after, I've just got one more news item, and then I'm going to bring up your comments. So, the next item that I wanted to say, here we go again, Second Amendment being attacked. So more laws have been devised by our state here. And it's getting ridiculous. They're saying that that the regulators can now examine 3 years worth of posts to determine if their character and conduct is good enough for a license. In other words, they're going to look at all your social media posts and all sorts of stuff for the past 3 years to work out whether you should have a gun license. And 2 more items, and then I'm going to go to your comments. The next one is ridiculous. You can't make this stuff up. This happened on Saturday. Oh, my God. Dozens of people lined up for the monkeypox. Oh, my God. And here it is. It was offered to gay and bisexual men with multiple partners because of 700 cases. I mean, you can't make this up. The lines were huge. And listen to this. The appointments had to be made online, and they were in Central Harlem and Chelsea. Within minutes of the appointments made available online, they were booked out. Unbelievable. Health officials were slammed for a technical glitch, allowing some people to secure slots early using an old link. So this is how much they were inundated. You can't make this stuff up. Now, the next item I wanted to flag with everybody, so this relates back to that movie that we discussed at the beginning that did have something, to do with an emergency of a nuclear attack. Guys, they're putting it in our face. Today, we had a major announcement made here in New York City. It was this afternoon. The New York City Emergency Management shared a video. Important steps for New Yorkers to follow if a nuclear attack happens. Can you believe it? They're telling us, get prepared for a nuclear attack. I'm sure our galactic brothers and sisters are not going to allow this to happen, but there is so much fear being created here. Step 1, get inside. Step 2, stay inside, shower, take your clothes off, shower, close your windows, close your doors. Number 3, stay tuned and follow the media. Yeah, right. And the next step is sign up to notify New York City and stay put. Anyway, I'm going to the comments. I don't know what is going on. So let's have a look. She's off her perch. That's for sure. Yeah, it's. I know. Yeah. I'm not doing the mask thing. Yep. No. And I'm telling you, I am rebelling, and I'm. Yeah, monkey love. That's exactly, we need monkey love, not this monkey BS stuff. Weren't they yes, they are. Yes, they are. But it's getting worse here. They've already started major appointments, and it's happening here. Yeah, they're just not. I don't know what to say. Lots of love. I thought you wrote LA to a comment of above. Thank you, guys. I mean, it's just getting too crazy. I don't know what to say to you guys anyway. Lots of fear. And there's a lot of this nuclear being pushed here, nuclear war, nuclear attacks. It's really being pushed here in New York City. So I'll go back to the footage now and play this to go past. So I'm on the last section of the show, and I'm so excited. NYC personalities. And this week we have a beautiful boy called Luna from my favorite crystal shop called the Rock Store. Anyway, he's going to tell you as well the name of it. I've gone completely blank. So we're going to see a few of the crystals in the store, a few pictures, and then we're going to launch into his interview. And some of the pictures have some of the crystals that I have purchased previously. So enjoy this beautiful soul, a beautiful interview.
Here we go. Hi, everybody. This is Maria Bernardis here, Watch New York City, and I'm in my favorite crystal shop, and I have this amazing soul that I've just met. So if you could just let everybody know about this beautiful crystal store and your name.
Hello, my name is Luna, and we're here at Rockstar Crystals in New York City on 146 West 26th Street.
Fantastic. So everybody that watches this show loves crystals. A lot of them are star seeds. I just want to let you know. Yes, I'm one of them too. And this is why I'm always here. I love it. I bought so many crystals here, and I've just come with a friend so that she can get her bits. What are some of your favorite crystals? If you had to pick three, I mean, I know you love them all, but just
Moonstone, Selenite, and Fluoride. I'm actually wearing some.
Wow, let me go close.
Stone right now, yeah.
Oh, gorgeous! Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous! Yeah. So, if I was going to ask a question, how do you think New York's going, the vibe and everything? What would you say at the moment after everything opening up?
I feel like New York is in a very interesting place where everybody wants to go out and do things, but there's also still that slight hesitation of, okay, but is it still safe? You know?
Yeah. That's good.
It's
this is good.
Slowly returning back to normal.
Yeah, because I remember I came here, when it was all sort of happening, there was hardly any people in the store, but I'm noticing that there's more movement.
Yeah.
And in terms of, if you had to give some beautiful words of wisdom or anything about life, what would you have to say? Because, you're an old soul, by the way, I see that. Bless you. So just anything you want to say about life, about wisdom, lessons learned, anything you want that your heart desires.
Honestly, just be yourselves. That's the best thing you can do. You can spread love, you can spread light, and whatever you don't want to deal with, you honestly don't really have to deal with it. It's literally that simple.
That's beautiful. God bless you. Thank you so much. You are an epiphany of a beautiful soul. I saw so much beautiful light around you, and God said you need to share His light to everybody. So thank you so much. You're a blessing, and have a beautiful day. Thank you.
Oh, guys, what a beautiful, beautiful soul. And like he said, you don't have to deal with anything you don't want to deal with, and be the love and light. Beautiful words there. Yeah, those crystals are absolutely beautiful. It's a huge store. Yeah, I love amethyst, beautiful amethysts. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. It's one of my favorite stores. I bought many, many things there. So, guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm taking a break next week. As I said, I'm focusing on some projects, and I just want to focus on those projects because people don't realize going around, walking the streets to put this show together takes me about 3 days of my week of walking the streets to to see what's going on and to actually find stuff. So it's very, very time consuming. And then Mondays are pretty much out of action because it takes me all of Monday to actually put the footage together to show it to you. So I need those days next week for myself to work on things that are going to benefit me, but then also they're going to benefit you as well. And so I just need to be focused with these exciting tax related projects. Yes, thank you. Absolutely. Yes, I'm so excited. Happy 8th anniversary. I did go out, as I said earlier on, and celebrated with Nikola Tesla. I sat at the same place where he sat looking at his building on 40th Street, where he had a lot of his creations. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is I did go to the New Yorker Hotel, and I did speak to the owner of the TikTok Diner, and he is going to ring me, hopefully either this week or next week, and I'm going to go and do the filming at the basement of where Nikola Tesla was, so you can actually see the beautiful hotel as well that runs on free energy. Yes, there's a lot of things that run on free energy here in New York City. So I want to show you one building so that you can appreciate also how much they've lied to us, that there are people on free energy, in particular the New Yorker Hotel and so on. So I want to show you where he worked, and they still have some of the things there intact apparently, and a little bit of a museum almost going there. So I will film that. So hopefully for the next show, it will feature a lot on this great man, Nikola Tesla, because all his quantum technology is here at the moment, guys. Oh my goodness me. Please, if you look at a lot of the stuff, I don't have much stuff on my product page. So, for a health and wellness coach, I don't know for that much. But if you look at the Tesla biohealing, what is that? That's quantum Tesla technology. When you look at the Lifewave patches on my channel, and please have a look at the interview that I did with David Schmidt. What's that? That's quantum technology. Okay, available now to heal. And of course, the SOMAVEDIC. And again, all discounts are there. There are discount codes for these things. Again, that's Tesla-based technology. So, guys, when people say to me, Maria, I don't know what to do to heal, well, you know what? You're just not. You're just not paying attention. I've given you lots of free videos to heal. And if anybody has any illness, I have to be honest with you, I don't get it. Because if you're harmonizing your mind, you're harmonizing your body, you're harmonizing your spirit, those three things are needing a high vibe food diet, high vibe mind, high vibe spirit, and using some of those quantum devices, then really, your body's not in harmony because you're not doing something. Okay, so yes, thank you for happy anniversary, and thank you for everybody. I can see all your comments and your love. I appreciate you. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to end with some light codes and just a thank you. So a very brief ending. So I'm sending everybody some beautiful light-coded symbols and language. Of course, here we go. Metatron, light codes, guys. Have a look at my merchandise page. Not an accident. So I'm going to give you some light codes and lots of love. Thank you all. I love you. As I said, next week I won't be on, but, tune in the week after. So thank you, everybody. God bless you. And I'm going to send you some light codes and end the show. Agape, everybody. God bless you.